Hi, it's the Nerdy Gardener coming back at you. Alright, here's another weekly update. April, 9th? Something like that. Alright, let's give you a start. Alright, lavender, not much change. I guess there's some leeks. Dawn Early Giant or Dawn Giant, I can't remember the exact name. I did them last year. I had like 50 plants because you can overseed them in the cells and just separate them when you transplant them. I am getting two. Every single one I planted in the ground died. I don't know if I didn't harden them off enough. I don't know if it got too cold, too early, for too long. And even though they're cold hardy, they did. I don't know if it was some disease in the soil where I put them. I don't know. But I only got two. One big one and one like smaller one. All the other ones literally died. So I wanted to do a bunch again this year, so I did a whole cell tray of 16. And they're all still alive, I believe. There's 3 of them in here in a pot. And they're doing well. Daffodils on their way out that I got from the neighbor last year. Some green onions. Doing, I guess, well. Pardon that the image gets blocked sometimes from my little gate that I put up to keep cats and squirrels away, hopefully. Alright. Here's some bachelor's buttons that I sewed inside using the baggie method. And then these ones, once they popped up, I put them outside as a test. And the other ones are inside under lights. Maybe I'll remember to do those later. Add those to a quick update later. Strawberries, I'm probably going to lose this one because this is where I want, it's obviously dividing a line right. It's going to go overgrow the green onions. So I'll probably just, I don't know if I can move it now or just snip it back. I don't know what to do with that, but I may just sacrifice it because I still have all of these here. They're doing well. I do want to take these off, fertilize these today, and check the water level underneath the mulch. But as you see, I have a bunch here. I think it's 14 or 15. I'm going to put, I think, the bachelor's buttons over this side. At least going down the side here. At the end here at the bottom, I have a couple leeks. Again with the anti-squirrel measure there. And there's another one. So that's with 5. Strawberry again, leafing out nicely. Like I said, with the weather this week, it's supposed to be in the 70s, high 60s, lows, high 40s or even the mid 50s. So stuff should really start exploding this week. At the bottom here, I may try to put something else. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I have a couple catnip plants in pots, as you'll see up here. Some hostas. I got these nice cement pots from my mother-in-law. And so they are in there. Here's some arugula. I had a bunch of lettuce for our animals. I reused some potting soil. I normally always use potting soil just once and then add it to the soil to amend the bed wherever the next year, but try to save some money. I thought, well, let's try it. Let's try to reuse it. Something that may not take a lot of nutrients, which I didn't think lettuce did, besides maybe nitrogen. And I do see some bottom yellowing the leaves, but I mean, it is still producing. I may fertilize these later just to see if that helps that from progressing as well. More green onions. I may transplant some of these or just keep them in the pot. I don't know. They are bunching onions after all. More arugula. I don't know if the better is the light. There we go. I'll get behind the light. There's 3 plants in there. Here's the biggest catnip. Hopefully I can get this nice and big and then dehydrate it for our cats. We have 7 cats, so they would enjoy that hopefully. I think I have 5 plants. Yeah, I lost one. I think squirrels got it, but here's 2. I have 2 inside, and I think I have 1 over here somewhere. Let's see. Let's go check out the lettuce. Oh, here are the pansies. As you see, they're still doing well, as you remember seeing them last week. Peonies. Oh, I see a flower bud there. I don't think this one has one. I dug these up last year. I know when you transplant them, it may set them back a couple years. But I think that one has a bud. Maybe that one. This one does. I don't think that one does. I know there's a few buds, so hopefully we'll at least one or two of these will get some flowers. Black and blue salvias creeping up here like I got my brother. I put some Astilbe over in this corner here that I got from Sam's Club, just in a box. I know that probably never treated that well, stored properly or wherever. Who knows how old they were. But they haven't come yet. If they don't make it, and if they were already dead, I could use this space here for something. Here's a lily I always forget about. I don't always get to enjoy these every year because they usually get like snipped off by some kind of creature overnight. And then obviously it doesn't bloom then. But this one, I have a little bit of I have a fence here to help protect it. And that one over there, I put my cage on. I probably can't see it very well, but see right there in the corner there. That's the one that's really big. They come really thick, so I expect great things from that if I can keep that alive and not get torn off or chewed off or anything. Aromatic aster again from my brother. That hasn't never really done that well, but I know it's a transplant or whatever, so it may take a couple years to get kind of established. So it's coming up nicely now. I have this whole bed. I kind of got away from mulching, and mulching really does make a big difference. So I hope to be able to keep this bed mulched, which will keep with improve a lot of things. Mulching is really important. My Paris Island Cost lettuce, romaine lettuce. This is the best one, I think. Again, even this one has a little older leaves yellowing a little bit. So I may give each of these guys a little bit of a dose of fertilizer today. Just organic 444. All right. There's there's another catnip. So that's at least 5 I have left. The arugula that I put in old coffee containers. Easy free pots. And here's another angle. You see they're still very thin, but with the weather I hope these guys start taking off. Alright. And then you can't really see, there's nothing to see over here, but there are some potatoes back there. Alright, let's go to the backyard and check it out. Oh, hold on, I forgot. I have some cabbages in pots. Again, I'm trying to divide up my sowing methods, trying to plant stuff in pots and in ground. Sometimes one does better than the other for whatever reason. Like last year, all those leeks, the only ones that made it, well, there were one in the pot. So, and my ground cherries, they failed in the ground. They did great in pots. So, I want to make sure I do a little both. Alright, let's move this guy back a little, get in the sun again a little bit. Oh, he's still not in the sun. See, on my off days, I try to make sure I move stuff that I can move to maximize sun exposure. There's another one. Both the ones in pots are doing fabulous. So they should really start exploding soon, I hope, with the weather this week. Should be ideal temperatures, you know, so between 65 and 75 or whatever for them this week, or close to it. So they should start growing a little faster paced. Alright. Nothing from my side of the house. I wanted to decide, this is cheap real estate. It doesn't get a whole lot of sun exposure here, but I'm hoping it's enough for sunchokes to at least get something, you know, when they'll get tall enough. Hopefully they'll be able to get early sun, because you see there's sun now on the wall. So once they get tall enough, they will get sun early until about noon. So they may get a good 5 hours of sun, which might be enough for them to at least produce something. And I shouldn't have to water these guys. Alright, here's my supplies. Alright, let's get to the backyard and see what we got. See if I can keep this video under 15 minutes. Alright, potatoes in an old storage container. Let's see, what do we got here? More leeks. 2 there. Green onions. Cabbage. I still have the protection on it until they get a little more established. They're still small enough where they could kind of get dug up and killed. So the squirrels. So I'm gonna keep them under there for a little while. Yep. And you see in this bed here, see the leaves? They're kind of pale yellowish. I don't know why. I'm hoping they can overcome that. And the cabbage back here. I mean, relatively healthy, just kind of pale, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if it's just nitrogen. You see that black stuff on there. That was blood meal. All right, this corner here, there's 4 potatoes right past where the cabbage is. So right around, there's 4 potatoes that should start coming up in the next, hopefully, week or 2. We'll see. We'll see by next week, next update, if they have. It may be 2 weeks from now. And in this corner, sunchokes, trying to move them around. Since I lost my neighbor used to let me use her yard, but new people moved in there, and I haven't asked them yet, so I may just let that go and just stay in my yard. More potatoes, and then I got these are my 3 biggest pots. I'm gonna try to get, hopefully when they go in clearance at work, I get a couple, at least 1 more of these, hopefully, one of these huge pots, because they're good for things like potatoes or things like carrots that need a deep, a deep container. And I have that other one that I think I just got from Amazon. But each of these, I think these have 4. I think it's 4. And then I think this one has 3 in it. More potatoes. Nothing coming up yet. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't even see mounds. But I imagine the next week or 2, especially after weather this week, they should start coming up. All right, more leeks. Can't really, it's hard to see them yet, but as they, in the next couple weeks, they should hopefully start thickening up and getting more visible in the frame here. There's 2 more there, and then there's 2 or 4 more over there. So that's what it was, 5 up front, right? 3 in the pot, 2 in the ground. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I do have all 16 still. Yeah. Oregano that I planted last year. I started early in, I guess February or whatever, last year inside. Planted it out here last year. Did very well. Never got around to harvesting it, which is a shame. But as you see, it's doing well. And I'm going to try to keep this tamed up a little bit, which I think is okay. I don't know, I'm not an oregano expert. And it's a mint, and it's hard to kill, so I'll let this leaf out, and as long as it's not interfering with like the leeks here or the leeks here, I'll let this go and then harvest it and hopefully dehydrate it and have some homemade homegrown oregano. All right, and moving on, nothing here. Probably will put ground cherries and or tomatoes in here. I used to have sweet potatoes in here, but I kind of just got annoyed last year. The squirrels kind of got to them. They just didn't do well. I really think I need to still amend the soil here a little bit. So as I put stuff in here and mulch it up, that should hopefully improve over the next couple of years. I may divide this up somehow and like put a bed here and then put a little walking path in the middle and a bed again, just to be able to manage it well. Because now when I mulch it or I do anything like on the fence, I have to walk on it compacting the soil, and that's not good. I had planted peas over here, and I don't know, they just didn't come up. I don't know if they were bad seeds. Some of them did come up that were dug up, and I see they germinated. So I don't know if it's just they hadn't come up because the temperature wasn't warm enough for germination or what, but I don't know. I have some inside. I'm starting with the baggy method to see what that does. See if that works. I know they're really kind of like beans. They really are better to direct sow, but we'll see what happens with those. And then at some point, I don't know where the sunchokes end. I think they end probably around here, right before the pole. But in this whole side, I have sunchokes Like I said, I'm not sure where. I kind of stopped mulching right there, see? But I'm not sure where they came up or where they're at. They haven't come up yet. You see all the squirrel footprints and holes in there. But yeah, that's it. That's the video update for the week. I don't think there's much else to see here, besides possibly later on I will add a short clip of the bachelor's button, or maybe just pictures, since there's not much to see. Alright, and that's it. If I think anything else, I will add a short clip later. Peace.